Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Tiffy and today I wanted to make a video all about Ruby, my baby. So Ruby just recently began living with Mario and I again. She is my puppy from when I was younger, and hey, come say hello to everybody. Come over here. So yeah, some of you guys were asking some questions about Ruby in the previous video where I showed you that she's now living with us, and I decided to go ahead and take some questions from Twitter and ask what questions you guys had and have this episode be all about Ruby. So you guys asked some really awesome questions. I'm gonna let her just go ahead and wander on the table and we're gonna get to some questions. Okay, so the first question comes from Pixel Spooks, and he wants to know, how old is Ruby? So even though she looks like a puppy, she's about 4 pounds, and she's 9 years old. So when we got her, they didn't tell us that she was a teacup or anything. She is just so tiny. But yeah, we've had her for 9 years, and she's my baby, and I love her so much. Next, Alice wants to know how she looked when she was a puppy. So I'm gonna try to find some pictures for you guys and put them up on the screen, but she was the most adorable puppy I've ever seen. She was like a tiny little toy. You would think she's just like a little teddy bear. And when we went to go get her, it was my dad, he got her for me for my birthday. I was 19, and we drove out 2 hours to go pick her up, and she had another sister there, and I actually had her sister and was gonna take her sister, and I saw Ruby just sitting there in the little pen, all like timid and walking around with her little head down, and she went inside the bowl, the little feeding bowl, and she fit inside the bowl that was like this big, and she curled up in it and just like stood there. And then I was like, okay, I want that one instead. So that's how we got Ruby, and I almost didn't have her. I almost had her sister, but I'm so glad that I changed my mind. Seriously though, she looked like a little Ewok. She was just she still does, but she right now has a little bit of gray hair. Her hair was black, completely black and brown. I'm talking about you, yeah, I am. So Mayo Cat wants to know what age I was when I got her, and if she is the only dog I ever had and will have. So I was 19 when I got her. I think it was either 18 or 19, I can't remember exactly. But she's not the only dog that I've had. Growing up, I had a Cocker Spaniel. I got her when I was super young, so I didn't really teach her any tricks. I didn't really know responsibility. So I had her, it was the Cocker Spaniel, her name was Montana. I also had a dog named Spunky, and she was a little Pomeranian, but she died suddenly. And then Ruby was the next puppy that I got. She's the puppy that I've had for the longest time. I always call her a puppy. I feel like she's gonna be a forever puppy. Let me hold you. Let me hold you so everybody can see your puppy face. And will she be the only dog that I ever have? I don't know. Red and I were planning on getting a dog before we actually took her. But I think maybe later down the line we'll probably get another dog, like once we have kids and once they're old enough for a dog. So I think she's the only one for now. So many pets. We have so many pets. We have two cats and a dog, and I feel like it's just when the pets outweigh the humans in the house, it's just got to stop. So Emma wants to know if I know who Ruby's parents are. I have met the dad. Well, is this burp? So I have met her dad, and I didn't get to see the mama, but I still do have the number of the breeder, and unless she changed it. I don't know if she's changed it, and I don't know if they're still breeding, because that was 9 years ago, but yeah, I do know. It'd be interesting to see how they're doing. So Carrie wants to know, how well does Ruby get along with other dogs, and does she sleep with us? So she does not sleep with us. Only when we're gone on vacation, she will sleep with us for one night, and then we'll have her. She sleeps in her own bed, just because I feel like I don't get a super good night's sleep when I sleep with her, just because who could sleep with this cute little thing right next to you, feeling like you're just gonna squish her. And she moves around a lot at night too, and so she can't get on and off the bed by herself. She can't go up and downstairs by herself. So she will just literally just sit there crying. So yeah, we just keep her downstairs, and in the morning we bring her on the bed, and we have this little morning ritual. She like digs in her covers. It's the freaking cutest. It just brings me so much happiness. As far as getting along with dogs and people, we didn't really socialize her much. So the story is, she was my dog for the first 5 years, and I started training her a little bit, but I was going through school and college, so I didn't really get to spend as much time with her as I wanted. And then when I moved out and got married, all the places didn't allow me to have any dogs, only cats. So that's when we got our cats. And I've been married for 4 years, going on 5 next year. So when we moved into our house, that's when we got her back. And she used to live with my parents, and my dad had a bulldog, or has a bulldog, and she did not get along with her. Like, the bully was a bully, and she would just get in her face. So we decided we were gonna take her and kind of like try to rehabilitate her, because she did get a little snappy. She is very yippy, like she barks a lot when people come to the door. You guys could have heard her in my previous videos when I just had the TiffyQuake channel. She would bark in those videos all the time at the mailman. She still does, but we're training her now, and we're gonna take her to obedience classes. And she's getting a lot better with people too, because we're bringing her into the office and introducing her to a lot of people and having her friends come over. So she's getting there. We're kind of like working with her now, making more of an effort now. Huh. Yeah. So Zazie wants to know if she likes Mario more. I don't know. I would say I think she does. She just loves Mario. She likes to follow him around, and she loves to, whenever he's with me and then he leaves and she's just me and her, she just cries and wants him to come back. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a different type of love for both of us. You have to come here. You're just chilling on the table. Everybody wants to see your cute face. Yeah, I know. I know. So Sarah asks, how do you, Ruby, like living with the cats? So I think she likes living with them. The cats don't really bother her. They just like kind of sniff each other. They've booped noses before. So when the cats were small, I introduced them to each other. So I was sure to like get them acquainted. Why are you crying, huh? But they can coexist. They pass by each other. Sometimes she'll like nip, and the cats will hiss at them sometimes, but they haven't gotten into any sort of fights. So I'm hoping that they snuggle soon. I don't know if that'll happen. I want you to snuggle. A little snuggle bear. A little snuggle bear. A little snuggle bear. My little snuggle bear. So Sophie wants to know if Ruby has any clothes and if we can do a fashion show. So Ruby does have a lot of clothes. She has a lot of clothes and a lot of costumes. But I think I want to save that for a different video. We're going to have a Ruby fashion show now. But that'll be a different video because all of her clothes are at the house and I don't have them with me right now. So Allie wants to know a favorite trick. So I'm actually currently training her to, hey. She smells her treats right now. Okay, you want to show them a trick? I don't have a favorite. I'm still training her, but she does know a few. So, okay, Ruby, you ready? Sit. Down. Hold. Okay, good girl. So I think my favorite one is hold, because she literally just stays there and like looks at me and it's just like, when can I get the treat? So Trunks wants to know, does Ruby ever wake us up in the middle of the night? She hasn't, actually. The cats wake us up more than she does because we don't let the cats in our room anymore because they just have so much hair and they bug too. So Navi especially will scratch at the door and cry, and she wakes us up more than Ruby does. Ruby usually sleeps through the whole night unless we wake up late and she's hungry. But yeah, she's pretty good. She's a good pup. So Beta asks, what's her favorite toy and her favorite treat? So every single morning we will feed Ruby yams. So we boil yams for her, we cut them, we peel them, and she loves them every single morning, and they're really good for her. She also really loves watermelon. And as far as toy goes, she's looking at it right now. I got this little guy for her. She likes anything that is this size. She likes to play with herself, and she'll like toss the toy up. And I think because of her breed, they were supposed to, you know, catch like rodents and stuff. So I feel like anything that is this size, she goes crazy over. So yeah, no, it can be the little hedgehog. She absolutely hates. She goes crazy for like Swiffers when we're Swiffering or vacuuming, and goes insane for dusters. So this is a clean one. That's her toy. Ruby. Oh, what did you do? Who can decide? Who can decide? So yeah, she, anything that is like fluffy or has feathers, she goes crazy for. And anything that is pretty much like a little smaller than her, she just absolutely loves. So, okay, Ruby, you're gonna get feathers in your mouth. Ruby, sit. Speak. Good girl. Okay. Here. Now play with your toy. No more treats. No more. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for asking the questions. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Got to get to know Ruby a little bit better. She's a monster. She's a little monster. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Tiffy, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Ruby, say goodbye.